Hey, welcome back to another Multi-Passionate PSA. My name is Caitlin Bosshart. I'm a life coach for multi-passionate creatives, and today's public service announcement is one part PSA, one part tour. So it is really important for multi-passionate creatives to have a creative space that feels good to them, that feels nurturing, that you have what you need, that things feel accessible, and that the setup doesn't become a barrier to actually doing the things that you want to do. I know that for me in the past, that if it was a huge process and really difficult to say, get my paints out, I wasn't making time to do that. So by lowering some of those barriers, making things feel accessible, but also creating a space that feels good, it feels inspiring, feels nurturing, is really important. So I'm going to show you my office. I did a lot of work on it this weekend. This is a space that has been in constant evolution, and I keep figuring out little pieces like, oh, if this was shifted, this would feel better. And if I added this or improve the lighting, all of that has been a fun process to kind of see how this unfolds. I do want to say though, I do have a full room, and I did not always have a full room, but for you, even just having one corner that is dedicated to your creative process and your creative projects is really important. So that would be my challenge for you to create that for yourself. So without further ado, here is my office space. Try not to make you too nauseous. All right, so it is definitely fur baby and critter approved. This is LB. So for me, I wanted a space that felt inviting. I love bright colors. Most of the pieces on here are my own pieces, or I'd say about half actually. I wanted to have plants in here because plants they feel good. It feels nurturing for me. I wanted a cozy space that I could sit and read or just imagine or relax. I actually made those pillows with my mom a long time ago. And I am trying out this new setup. So right now I've just got a temporary folding table to see if I want to eventually add a desk here. But I love having big, wide open creative spaces where I can spread out. And so far I'm really loving it. Originally I was thinking that I would have this up against the wall and have the L go this way, but I felt claustrophobic looking towards the wall, and so floating the desk felt really good. I wanted to incorporate this piece here. This is actually a writing desk from my great-grandmother. She lived to be 100 and was the woman who taught me how to paint. And so having that piece represented her feels really good in here. I do have some work to do on this side because this is where I'm looking, but this shelf is really special to me. I designed it when I was in 5th grade, and my dad and my grandpa built it for me. So that I just love that I have this piece in here. It's gone with me in many homes. I've got a little homage up here and some art from representing my struggle and journey, and also growth and triumph and all of that with scoliosis. My brace that I wore for 3.5 years, and then this plaster cast that I made in college and of my body, and then showing the rods and screws. That also is just representative of where I've come and my journey, and so that feels good to have in here. I love having a space that feels cozy for the animals. I do love having them in here. This is Ollie, and this is Miss Vita. She's often laying across my arms while I'm trying to type. So for better or for worse, she is a dedicated coworker. So anyway, that is my office. Oh, one last thing actually I want to show you as well. So like I was saying, is sometimes there can be a barrier if things are hard to get access to. So this is going to look like organized chaos. But this summer, my husband and I built these shelves because before all these bins were stacked on top of each other, and it was quite a process to get to anything that I wanted, and often would prevent me from actually getting things out that I wanted to work on. So now things are grouped together. They're easy to access. I added this stencil on top just for some fun and some personalization. So I actually have loved having this. It's been awesome. So that is my tour of my creative space. Again, you don't have to have a whole room. I have definitely, in all the houses that I've rented in the past, had little corners that I set up for it, or at least would have my art supplies or whatever I needed for my creative process, try to have it organized, easily accessible, something that I could pick up, with a bin with a handle, take with me anywhere. So I challenge you to figure out how to create something like that for yourself. Thank you again for watching another Multi-Passionate PSA. If you have any questions, anything that you personally struggle with your creative process, with owning who you are as a multi-passionate person, please reach out and let me know. I will do a whole video about it to give you the support that you need. And if you have anything else, just always reach out. I'm here and I'm an open book. So have a great day, and I will see you next week.